What's up, guys? Welcome back to Boost Brothers Garage. Today we're going to take a break from building real Porsches and we are going to build a LEGO 911. Stay tuned. The first thing you'll probably notice is this is not an actual LEGO kit. This is a kit made by Lepin. Instead of $300, this kit is $100. It looks to be the same size overall. I'm hoping that the attention to detail is similar as well, but we're going to find out for sure. I've had my eye on the LEGO Technic 911 since it came out, but I just couldn't justify spending $300 on something that's going to sit on the shelf in my office. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to see how complete it is, how long it takes, what the finished product looks like. It's going to be a lot of time lapse, and then I'll stop as there's some interesting pieces, the engine, suspension, etc., etc. But to start, let's unbox this thing. We got 4 wheels and tires, and then we have bags and bags and bags of pieces. Now, if you can see, the bags are numbered. I haven't seen the instruction manual yet, but I'm assuming that they're numbered in sequence of assembly. I sure hope so, because this is like 2,500 pieces. Here's the instructions. Pretty thick book. 856 steps. We may be here a while. Looks like the first part of the build is the engine, which is exciting. Any of these bags that have a ton of the exact same part, I'm going to put in bowls. Hopefully to make it a little easier on me. There are 4 main sections within this instruction manual. And the bags have 4 large numbers. They have smaller numbers as well, but you can see this has a 1, right? So all of the parts in front of me, that's section 1. And then there's a 2, and then a 3, and a 4. So we're 25 minutes in. I have this built, and I have this mess going on. If there's any rhyme or reason to how all these parts are bagged, your guess is as good as mine. So to keep my sanity, since the vast majority of this time has been spent just searching through these bags for parts, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna do some serious organizing. Well, that got out of hand pretty quick, but it's gonna make this job so much easier, and it really makes my OCD happy. Some of the cool things I already see: there's a steering wheel, there's the struts, and then we got our pistons and rods here. We'll see how close those are to the pistons and rods for our Cayman engine we're building. There's the cylinders, a bunch of gears, etc. Progress, guys. Look at all the intricate gear sets in here. You can take this one shaft right here and spin. See all those gears spinning. It's a new day. I got a little carried away because I was having honestly just too much fun building this thing, and I am 6 hours in, and the way you last saw the car and the pile of parts is vastly different. Not many parts left over here, including the engine that I've already done some small pre-assembly so that I can do that on camera with you guys without doing a time lapse or taking it an hour. And then boom, check out the progress. We've got working suspension at all 4 corners, which is very cool. Look at all the gears that make up this crazy transmission. First of all, it's got an open differential, which, what kind of 911 has an open diff? But anyway, we've got a shifter that actually works. So right now it's in drive, and if you turn the wheels, everything turns. You put the thing in neutral, you turn, and the transmission doesn't. You've got your steering wheel, you've got your front suspension and everything up here with a working rack and pinion for the steering. Super cool. The only issue I've had so far with this build is this hub going into this spindle was not working correctly, and it would either completely bind up or it would pop out. So unfortunately I had to super glue this in place, which means I'm gonna have one wheel that doesn't turn, and I'm gonna have to email Lepin and see if they can send me some replacement parts. For the engine, I've already pre-assembled some sort of structure, as well as the engine case halves. These come in 3 different sections and pop together. And most importantly, the rotating assembly. So you've got a crankshaft, which is multiple separate pieces that all kind of pop together, and you've got your pistons and rods. It's really cool. Significantly easier to assemble than a real Porsche Flat 6. You can see our struggles with that up here. Well, that was easy. Check it out. See those pistons moving? Crankshaft. Super cool. Time to install it in the car. Obviously, being a Porsche, it is rear engine. Sweet. Here we are, all set up for step 2, section 2, whatever. I went ahead and organized everything like I did for section 1. I can't begin to stress how much time that saved us. I haven't been keeping a stopwatch going, but I'd say I'm roughly 7 hours in at this point. Anyway, I'm going to dive right into section 2. Well, I just completed section 2. Section 2 is basically this entire outer exoskeleton, which then dropped down onto the car. So all this black and orange here you see with the cool roll bar and the seats. They've got adjustable headrest and thigh bolsters, which is neat. In the back, we now have mufflers and exhaust pipe, and then the front bumper structure as well. So I'm really coming along pretty good here. Time to open up all of the section 3 bags, organize, and start on it. Hours in, and it is time for the very last section. We got a working hood now, we got a roof, we got rear quarters. I wasn't supposed to put those wheels on just yet, but I couldn't help myself. As always, fully organized and ready to rock. It is done. It is done, and it is awesome. I had so much fun building this kit, in fact, that I ordered 2 more tonight. I ordered the Porsche 919 Le Mans car, and I ordered a Caterham 7, both from Lepin, and the 2 of those together with shipping, the order was like $127. So you really can't beat it for the price. As for this kit versus a true LEGO kit, I'm a little bit hesitant to compare because I have not built one of the LEGO kits, nor have I put my hands on one in person, but from pictures and all the research I've done online, the kit itself seems to be 100% identical. As far as I can tell, it's the exact same. Now, There is a difference in the packaging and especially in the instruction book. The instruction book in the LEGO kit includes a bunch of pictures of assembly of the real Porsche 911 GT3 RS. People have gone as far as saying it's such a cool book that you can use it as a coffee table book, which you're not really going to do with the instruction manual for this thing. But the kit, the opening doors and the shifting transmission and the paddle shifters and the hood and the removable luggage, it's all the same. And it's a third of the price. I'll do a little spin for you here. Now, like I said, the only issue I had with this build was one of the spindles, wheel hub, whatever, did not work properly, and I had to super glue it, so this left front wheel does not spin. I'm going to email Lepin and see if they can send me some new parts. But other than that, all the parts were here, there was nothing missing. It was just so much fun to put together. And they're truly massive. I mean, you can see here how big this thing is. It's 1/8 scale. So all in all, I had an absolute blast putting this thing together. If you haven't done one before and you're a car guy, you've got to order one of the kits, whether it's LEGO Technic or the Lepin Technician series, Porsche, Lamborghini, whatever. Go get yourself one. This took me about 12 hours to build over a series of nights. And yeah, I can't wait to start building the next two. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.